Let's cut over to Panda's Arena screen now so we can get started. Um,
Perfect.
yep. Hello. Wow, there's 11 people watching already and literally just turned it on. Um, Hi guys. Just welcome to Panda's Arena. Today I will be here with Cade.
Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure I say it correctly because it's a unique name. I've never seen it before, so I'm like, I don't want to butcher it and him get mad at me.
Fair enough. I'm blessed with two somewhat unique names, Cade McClurdy. There's not. I don't think there's another one of us running around anywhere.
Puddle buckets, puddle bucket. I'm okay. That's. I wonder if that's an auto-generated name. But hi everybody in chat. I will try to chat with you and Cade and get any questions answered that you guys have for us today. Um, but yeah, here with Cade, going to be talking about the Cincinnati Barbarians and how they got started and what they have going on in their area. And then hopefully we can talk a little bit about uh, Cincinnati Siege coming up next month, which a lot of us will be going to from here in Iowa. So
Yeah, we're super jazzed about that. We are very excited. We got a lot of cool stuff going on.
I'm excited. Just seeing some of your events coming up. I'm like, ooh, okay. So I will switch from my screen over to bring the Barbarians over and a picture of Cade.
Hey, it's me.
It is. You get one corner, I get the other corner.
That works for me.
Yeah. Um so you guys set up captains very similar to, I want to say, St. Louis, I believe, because they don't do like captain, co-captain stuff like that. They have captains, or they have one captain and then officers. So it looks like, you're captain of the Barbarians, and then you have David Sprocket,
Yep.
Jared, uh,
Jared Grog.
Grog, Mike Drake, Travis Young, Chris
Rack.
Reck,
Rack.
Rack. Okay, and Daniel Melcher.
Yep.
All as your officers with you.
Yeah, we stay pretty busy. And I couldn't do anything if it wasn't for that officer team.
Right on. So how long have you been doing this?
So I've been fighting since late 2019, and then I became captain of the Barbarians back in April of last year. So I'm about a year into captaincy.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, it's been an adventure all the way through.
Nice. Um, and unfortunately, we weren't able to get any of your other officers in or teammates, so you get to share the spotlight with me. um, but how long is so? Yeah, how long is the rest of your team been around?
So the Barbarians itself was established in 2019. It was founded by Jacob Bowman.
Okay.
And started off renting out a Taekwondo studio, a little tiny Taekwondo studio. And then the other side of the building was a flower shop. Jacob ended up purchasing the building, and we were able to tear the wall out and build into the Barbarians Academy for what it is now. And since then, we've grown from 5 guys to 8 guys to now we are sitting at 56 fighters with over 32 kits.
Damn. Okay. So, do you guys fight at, like, if you guys send 2 teams? Do you guys, or let me rephrase this: have you guys ever sent 2 teams to an event at the same time?
We haven't. It's something we're working on. To be honest, other than myself, Dave, and Daniel, a lot of the team is pretty fresh. Most of them are actually going to be heading up to Rookie Rumble um, to get the first taste of that. Um, and a few of them were rookies at the Arnold fighting with us.
Okay.
First ever event jumping in.
Nice. How'd you guys do with
We
the Arnold?
we learned a lot.
Okay.
We learned a lot. It was a good time. Um, uh, it was a big gut check on what we needed to work on and what we needed to grow at, which is always good in my opinion.
Grandpa Warhammer.
That is Chris Rack.
Okay. I remember you saying Warhammer earlier that he might be joining us, and I'm like, huh. I saw that come up in chat, and I'm like, I wonder if that's the same one. Okay. Yep. Winter Wolf Grime. We are always trying to learn more. Yeah. We actually have bar fights coming up. What? Next weekend. I was hitting the head apparently too many times today at practice. I want to see the 5th. Yeah, the 15th. Wow, I struggled on that way too hard. Oh yeah, our bar fights are really cool, and they're actually going to be one of our sponsors and where our captain works. They run a podcast, and they'll actually be out at our bar fights doing their podcast. So, and after this, I'll have to get the link from Zach to be able to link that into this episode to make sure that everybody knows what podcast that is, because off the top of my head, I don't know. But
no, that sounds like a blast. Our big thing that we get to do outside of just normal events, we do fight nights once a month, and then we've got the Ohio Renaissance Fair, which is 9 weeks of just putting armor on and sending it.
So is it like every day week, or is it weekends?
Just weekends. Yes,
okay.
Just weekends.
Because I know, like, I want to say, what the state above us, Minnesota, theirs is stupidly long, and it's like weeks, and it's literally every day for like 2 months. And
Jeez.
yeah, I was like, ugh. It'd be nice to go to something like that, but just fighting for that many days in a row could just be.
Yeah, that sounds grueling.
Yeah.
Let alone the tax on your gear. Jeez.
Yeah. 9 weekends of punching your friends in the face. Okay. Yeah. Mike Drake. Oh. That's one of the other officers.
It is?
I'm like, wait, hold on. That name sounds familiar. I mean, do you guys get paid for doing that, I'm assuming?
Yeah, we do. We have a contract with them, and then we also are able to sell merchandise as well as doing tips and some other little fun stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know who you are, but come punch me in the face, please.
Pennywise. I'm trying to figure out where he's going to punch you in the face at in a couple of weeks. Oh, no, that's next month.
Oh,
Bubbles.
it's Bubbles. Justin Brown. If you've seen pictures or videos of us. He's the very large, intimidating man in bright pink armor.
Okay, I was gonna be like, Bubbles sounds familiar. I'm like, is that the big pink guy?
It's the big pink guy.
Okay.
No, I'll be out in Milwaukee at the bar fights out there with Jed and the Iron Stags 2 weeks from now. So
The Ford Mead,
I think so.
the 22nd.
Yes, the 22nd.
Well, looks like I get to punch you in the face too.
Let's go.
Punching Kate in the face is my favorite thing to do.
I get punched in the face a lot.
Yeah.
It happens.
I was at, and funny enough, this will be my first event on the 22nd with my new gear setup, so it'll definitely be interesting for me.
Nice. What'd you go with?
Well, I'm going with a gi setup. What gear do I have? So, I just got a new helmet. I got a bar boot. I'm still wearing the same chest piece I've worn for the last 6 years that I got from Nadler. I want to punch Kate in the face next. Arms that I got made for me 5-6 years ago by Adam. God, I can never pronounce his last name. Voldemar.
Okay.
Yeah. Legs that I got second or third hand that were made by Jake Omer. Greaves that I wear, 3-piece greaves that I wear from Tyler Schwartz that made 4 or 5 years ago that were 304 stainless, so they're heavy as shit.
Yeah.
Secondhand Omer, okay, yeah. Do I have a picture? I want to say yes. You were going to have to give me a second. If I can figure out how to pull up my pictures on my computer. At least not any decent ones as of lately. Photos. All right. Well, you want to talk about winter camp, Cade, while I'm looking
Yeah, while you're pulling that up.
for a picture?
Winter camp was excellent. I've been meaning to get up there for a couple of years, or down there for a couple of years, and it just it hasn't worked out. I was glad that it finally did. Incredibly great instruction. I feel like I had learned more in those 2 days than I had in the previous 2 years of training. And really great event. If anybody gets the chance and they are doing Buhurt, go do it. Go to winter camp. It will do you nothing but good.
Yeah, I want to say we actually have a couple people going to balls in, I want to say, August.
Yeah, is it the first week of August that Balls is going on?
I cannot remember.
I wanted to make it out to that this year, but August. Me and my wife are expecting our first child in July, so just putting anything on those in August on hold.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, so balls is second weekend. Yeah, balls is a event ran by, I want to say, Craig Ivey and somebody else in Oregon or Washington. Maybe Schwartz will be able to comment.
Is it Daniel Krug?
possibly could be, but I don't want to say the wrong names.
Right.
So, and I know Swartz is pretty on point on things, and he listens quite a bit. So, luck. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that'd be an excellent event.
Yeah. Really, anything with Craig Ivey as an event, is very beneficial to go to.
Oh, absolutely.
Um,
Great instructor and just genuinely just a good dude.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds like Craig is. I can't look at it at the moment because I'm trying to pull up a picture. Knows this. Yeah, he absolutely does. Trying not to cover up all the other images I have up here at the moment. So, all right. For people wanting to, there is a picture of my new helmet.
Oh, is that a Benjamin?
That is a Benjamin, yes.
I love his style with them. Those are so sweet.
Yeah, I would say myself, Zach, and Ashley, we all got Benjamin bar boots.
Yeah, his craftsmanship is awesome. I think I'm gonna have him make me a cross here soon.
Yeah, and he actually made my first helmet, which is the tank loaf, which I believe is in our team chat. That is just beat the hell. Like, I've had that helmet since that, because that's my first helmet that I had. So it's definitely has its wears and tears. And of course, now I got to go back so many photos ago, because our team does a water check every day, and people post 15 pictures. But
I feel it. Ours is just chaos.
Ours is too, but we're kind of at that almost controlled kind of chaos, because it's one of those things that we're trying to help each other be accountable for, eating healthier, drinking healthier, and things like that. So I'm trying to X more water. Team pictures from the MMA fight. Helmet, shiny helmet. Nasal, another shiny helmet. X. Another X. Well, and then there's Aurora sees me. The little demon child. More armor, samurai armor, shake, logo. Yeah, the photo backdrop is actually from our guy, Tim Hines, who does pretty much all of our videos, a lot of our pictures, stuff like that, and such a great dude.
Oh yeah, his stuff is like the top tier when it comes to Buhurt. Video and all of that is excellent.
He went out to the Arnold and did videos for the Arnold, recording a lot of stuff there, and I'm like, holy crow.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching some of it. I'm like, oh hey, look, there's Tim. Tim's running by. And then once I get this picture cropped and hopefully less pretty than my face being up here. Nope, I wanted that picture still. So that is the helmet that I've been fighting in for the last since 2017. And that helmet weighs 19.6 pounds. 19.3.
That thing's bomb proof, man.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Um
That's one of the heavier helmets I've ever even heard of, man. That's gnarly. I
we have
love it
an
though.
we have another guy who has a helmet that I want to say is 22 pounds, and it looks like it's never been fought in before.
Dang.
But he's done quite a bit of fighting in it. Yeah, Calvin. One of our guys, Calvin, his helmet's like 22 pounds, and holy crow.
The dude's gotta have the strongest neck out there, man.
Yeah. But yeah, this is also another Benjamin helmet. And then
Really?
nope, not that picture. I don't know what I took away. That's so many pictures of the wrong stuff I'm trying to do. And then this helmet is 13 pounds even. So I cut 6 pounds just on my helmets.
Nice.
So
Is it titanium scales or is it steel plates?
I want to say steel plates. Yeah. It's definitely a big. Why do I keep doing that? Definitely a big weight difference, and depending on how I'm trying to think how the Four Brothers meet event, I'll have probably both helmets with me. I'll probably start in one helmet and then switch to another and back and forth periodically throughout the day. So
I just made the plunge the other day and I ordered myself a wolf ring. So
all right.
we'll see. We'll see how I do a lot of arming sword and shield work, so we'll see how long I have two eyes.
Yeah. So those plates are 1040 hardened steel.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's a sick helmet, man.
Dude, I am very excited. So Swartz wants to know who you ordered your helmet through.
Zaded Nestes. Ivan Zad. Sorry, I pronounced that incorrectly. Ivan Zad Enets.
I don't know if I know that one.
I was recommended to him by Sean Fabian.
I don't even know if I know who that is. Good choice. Okay. So you sent me another picture of. Is this just a different logo for you guys?
So yeah, we've got like the heraldry, which is the original one, the shield, and then we have the boar skull logo, which is that one.
Okay.
I love the boar skull. I think it just looks tough as nails.
Yeah, it does look pretty sick.
Shout out to Ellie Stum for making that one for us. Excellent work.
Nice.
And it ties into Cincinnati a little bit. I don't know how much you know about Cincinnati, but our big thing is pork production.
Okay.
Or was pork production. So the whole boar skull, pig skull kind of plays back into that.
Pig town. Oh, my hip. Oh, my leg. Oh. Nice. Okay. And then here's a picture of you guys at the Arnold.
Yeah,
You know.
that's our 8-man run at the Arnold. Um, all great guys. Had a great time out there. Uh,
Nice.
Proud of all of their performances.
Okay. So what weapon do you prefer using when fighting?
Man, that's a hard one. uh, I I'll either run falchion and punch shield. Quite
Okay.
a bit. I have a Canadian Buhurt, a heavy-witted falchion. I'm a big fan of. And then coffin shield, coffin style punch shield, or I'll run that falchion belted, and then I'll take a long axe. About 4 foot is my preferred weight or length.
All right. Interesting. So, do you
All
guys
the
run a lot of two-handed weapons, or is it a kind of mixture between two-handed and one-handed?
I'd say we are definitely a big two-handed weapon team.
Okay.
Um, we like our axes.
Yeah, I would say I
Um,
think I see what 1, 2, 3 just in that picture, and
yeah,
for me that's a tiny picture. No. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 axes. So it looks like you got one in your hand as well.
yes. My super light two-handed axe. I love that thing. Um, but yeah, we're pretty heavy with the two-handers. Something we might change up in the future, but it's looking going to how we're changing things tactically. That we're probably going to maybe drop down to two um, long axes,
Okay.
or possibly run three depending on our center.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would say I think I'm gonna be changing my fighting style again here. Um, you know, you know, switching to like maybe a one-handed axe or falchion and a shield, going back to that route because that's what I originally started, but I didn't feel like I was effective at the time. And then I switched to a two-handed axe, and then from there I stayed two-handed axe. So it'll definitely be another learning curve for me to go back to a one-hander and shield. But I think I'll run that for like tournaments and then like rent fairs and demos. I think I'll play around with different options, two-handed falchion, two-handed axes. So uh, one of those things, don't know really what you're going to do until it feels right at the time. So,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I get that. Uh, I switch back and forth every once in a while. My first loadout was buckler and a mace,
okay.
um, and uh, I didn't like the lack of reach that I had, so I ended up going to two-handed axe. I feel like a two-handed axe can be a little bit of a trap, I guess, at times too.
Yeah.
Um,
It can be as
Compared
long
to
as, if you let go with your hands, I think people would be fine. But there's a lot of people who like to hold on to their two-handed axe with both hands, and then that's their downfall.
yeah, yeah, not having a belted weapon or something, and you get hung up and uh, fighting over your own axe is not the best use of energy in a melee sometimes.
No, like we have one guy on our team, and I we pick on him about this so much. He's been running a pole arm for the last year, and when we went up to Minnesota to do a chapter match, he literally bent his pole arm in a U shape. Gladly,
Jeez.
it didn't break, but it bent completely in a U as he tried to throw somebody over his shoulder using his weapon. But it was just so whippy, it just bent and just didn't do anything.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but
that's wild.
oh yeah,
Can't say I've ever seen that, man.
Yeah, I would say I'm gonna have to watch the video and watch where he does that and take a screenshot of it to have it saved when I talk about it. But how did you guys do with the Arnold?
So our pool, we ended up going 0 and however many rounds we did.
Okay.
Um, then, so we were in silver bracket the next day. We ended up uh, taking the match against Marion, and then we lost against Gladiator Sentinels and the Wyverns.
Okay.
So, all in all, going back and watching the videos, there was a lot of rounds that were razor's edge on how they could have gone. A better throw here, a trip there, all of the little things that you dive into and you start over analyzing afterwards.
Yeah.
But not bad for essentially a pretty rookie team going out at the Arnold.
Okay.
Just in that picture are 3 people whose it was their first melee ever.
Interesting. I want to say that's going to be the guy in the back on the very left is going to be my first guess. And then the 2 in the back far right are going to be my other.
Very good guesses. How did you come to that?
They have the shiniest armor out of everybody there.
Fair.
Like, I'm looking, I blew the picture up and I'm looking at him like, all right, I've seen him fight. His armor's dinged up. His armor's really dinged up. That's Pinky. That's you. The other guys just have really shiny armor.
That is incredibly fair. No, they did really well. But the learning experiences, man. You either win or learn, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because myself and 2 other Iowa guys went out to the Arnold last year, and we fought with the Devil Dogs, which are now known as the Hellhounds.
Mm-hmm.
We fought with them, and 2 of us have mixed feelings about fighting with them ever again, and one just wants to keep fighting, which I'm like, go for it, keep fighting, but unfortunately, I will not fight with them. That's, my personal reasons going into it, and the other guy's personal reasons going into it, but it just, we didn't seem that they were a team fighting together at that tournament, and by now things could change, but I just don't feel comfortable fighting with some of those people, and some of those people I would love to fight with again. So it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's all of it's hard, especially merking.
Yeah.
I've tried to avoid it. Last year at the Arnold, we had some people merc with DFC,
Okay.
and they did well. But it's one of those things of I'd rather every time throw myself in with my own teammates than throw myself in with other people, and that's just a personal thing. I know Bubbles has got my back sometimes.
Right. And like, I know there's other people on other teams that I have fought with. I know if I fight with them, they have my back and things like that. But, when you have people who get invited to fight at gold tier fights and then back out of their own fights to go, hey, I don't want to hurt myself to go fight with another team. Hey, here, person who didn't get to fight that often, wear this. You can fight on our team so I can save myself to go fight gold tier. I thought that was a very shitty thing to do last year. So,
yeah.
But Schwartz, I'll always fight with you as long as you have my back. But there's just a few devil dogs that I won't fight. fight with, unfortunately. And there's a lot of devil dogs that I would love to fight with again, or even just one-on-one against them. Doesn't have to be a pro fight, just, a one-on-one to take down.
Yeah. No, I've never fought beside them. I fought against them. I've never had a bad experience personally. Never had a bad experience personally, but I've never fought with them. Other than against them.
Yeah.
But everything gets real weird when you start mixing teams.
It does.
And mixing cultures. Everybody's got their own.
Yeah. So, next one, I've got a couple of you guys here.
Hey, winter camp.
Okay. I was like, you guys are outside against a brick building.
Yeah. Yeah, sweaty camp, honestly. So yeah, left to right, Dave Sprocket, myself, Jared Grogg, and Travis Young.
Okay.
We were dog tired in this picture.
Oh, I could imagine, because I tried getting a hold of you. I'm like, hey, pictures. Hey, pictures. You're like, I just got out of winter camp. I'm like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, so we actually we drove from Ohio to Texas in one day, turned around on like 3-4 hours of sleep, did the first day of winter camp, went and ate the best pizza that I've had in my life in Chicago or in Dallas, of all places, and then slept it off, turned back, ran the second day of winter camp, slept for a few more hours, got back in the car, and then drove all the way back up on Monday.
Ooh.
So it was like 32 hours in the car out of that weekend.
Oh, God.
The four of us in a, what was it? It was a Chevy Equinox.
Oh. I bet you the smell on the way home was delightful.
It's a good thing there was insurance on the rental.
Oh, well, okay.
They're gonna have to fumigate it, man. It was bad.
Oh, trust me, I've made the trip to the Arnold last year, and it was myself. Who did I drive with last year? Myself and one of my teammates. We call him Christmas. Him and I drove, and then we drove back. And yeah, just the smell of the gear.
Oh yeah. There's nothing quite like sweaty Gambison.
Oh no. So, I'm trying to think. It was, we were not talking with the llama. We were talking with Cincinnati Barbarian, which I forgot to update that.
It happens. I think our fight night status is still like on fight night 4 or something. We always just forget to change it.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody's called me out on it yet. Mike Gambison. You know what, Cody? Do not mention Mike Gambison, because the one day where I left my sweaty nut cup, Under Armour, leggings, and all that in the car for like, I think it was 2 weeks, they were like, what the hell died in your vehicle? I'm like, and like, it was literally me opening up a bag, and it's like, oh, I forgot to take that out and wash it. Whoops.
Jeez.
I could stand up. Yeah. Yeah, it was so bad. They literally handed me a can of Febreze and then just sprayed the whole inside of my car. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I've been told that our gym has a very distinct smell, to the point where some people are able to, like, they'll come home and their wives will be like, "You were at the gym, weren't you?" It's just like WD-40 and sweaty Gambison.
DK.
A splash of Ballistol.
Right. DK, no. I will not wash my Gambison. No. It used to be black, and now it's like a light brown color.
Never go with the white gambeson, man.
Oh, I went with the black one from, I want to say, oh, God. Oh. I forget who I bought it from, but it was somebody. Let me see if I can find it, or at least I want to say Cult of Athena, maybe.
Okay, gotcha.
I think that's who it was from, and I think I have right now because everybody else on the team has gotten their Gambison from Alexi Parabanos, and I have the thickest by far of anybody on the team. It's just,
Gotcha.
it is just unnaturally thick. It's
How are
probably, I can, I don't even think they sell it anymore because it was so bad. Oh nope, I think I found it. Found it on Dark Knight Armory. No, go away. Yup, that's the one that I had. I wonder if it tells you how thick it. Heavy duck. Dry. Care instructions: dry clean only. Well, that went through the wash like 10 times.
it'll be fine. It'll buff.
It's still thick as hell.
How are Parabanos' gambesons?
Um, I've never actually owned one. But they're actually very nice for the guys who do have them. When he stopped making armor and whatnot, our captain Zach, he bought gambesons from, I want to say like 8 different people just to kind of see, all right, who's going to be our next person if Alexi's not making them anymore. We found a couple that we liked, a couple that were like, but
Yeah.
all barbarians are blind of the smell of our gym.
It's distinct. We should bottle it and sell it.
Yeah. But it's for the people who have had them, you can tell the difference from when the war started and when he lost his seamstress to when he had his seamstress and stuff. Which they're still nice and stuff like that, and but it just some of the stitching isn't as what it was and things like that. But he still makes amazing stuff.
Oh yeah, my brig in that picture, the red brig, that's a Parabanos leads. I love it. Uh, I'll talk about my kid, I guess, for a second. Oh, we got the picture up.
Yeah, I want to say. Do I have a
So
I want to say I think I have a better picture of you and Kit, but it didn't allow me to pull it up for whatever reason. Into my maybe hold on. Nope. That one, yeah. Is that you?
yeah, that
Okay.
is me. So I'm in legs by Limburg. I love them. Schuberg legs. They very quick turnaround on those with locking pins for some extra knee stability.
Okay.
I'm in a brig by good old Parabanos. I love it to death. Can't beat them with the rigidity plates or the ridges. I'll put in as well.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little bit
So
extra protection.
you got the. So funny enough, those rigid plates. Zach is the one who told Parapanos about those.
Oh yeah. I think I remember talking to Zach a little bit about it.
Yeah.
He's the one that recommended me actually add them, and man, are they nice?
Oh yeah. I if I get another once I get a new chess piece, I'm either getting it from Parabanos with that setup, or I'm going to get it from our guy here in Iowa who's going to be doing armor, hopefully here shortly, which will be
Hell
nice.
yeah. Um, my arms are Galveski. Uh, Made a great set of arms. They have seen a lot of trauma, and they're hanging in there. Gauntlets, Galveski. I did have a crack on the knuckle on one that Zach was nice enough to fix for me. Thank you,
Okay.
Zach. And then helmet, Stibbert bassinet by Galveski. Swapping it out to a wolf rib so I can actually see and breathe.
So if you when you do, wait, you said wolf rib, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. I'm thinking barboot. I'm like, because we've noticed a drastic difference in our vision for barboots. You have the eye slits, it doesn't go past here, and then all of here you can't see. So
Right.
there's no holes to see through in our helmets anymore. So our vision's kind of changed a little bit.
Yeah. Dave Sprocket wears a barbute made by Pavlo Kozak. And
Okay.
same thing. It's like horse blinders.
Yeah. I was, and really, the only reason I got a barboot is realistically because of my old roommate, Santos. Cause, like, I've always wanted to wear one because of him when I lived with him out in California. I tried his on, and I'm like, it's too small.
Ah,
I was very upset. But
I, I was nasals prior to switching over to a clap visor. Being able to like open your visor in between rounds is pretty nice.
yeah,
But you lose so much vision. Nasals are sweet, Tyler.
shut up, Tyler.
You you're correct. I was my first helmet was an old Maxim nasal. And I think it was made in like 2014. I got it off a marketplace for like $350.
I want to
So the
say,
first piece of
go on.
say again.
No, go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
Oh, it's the first piece of gear I ever bought, and I I loved it. It was heavier than sin. I think the top was a 3.5 millimeter dome. Um, then then I switched over to I got a Maxim made rust kit off of Ricky Rayome,
Okay.
and loved that one. Rust style nasal, um, big old golden nose on it. I loved it. Then switched over to a Stibbert. Now I'm in a wolf rib less than a year later. I've gone through a lot of kits.
Um, I know our captain Zach. This will be his fourth kit this year. So
Man,
every year he's fought, he's had a new kit.
yeah,
So
it's. I'm just addicted. I'll be honest. I'm addicted to buying gear. That's my
it's
problem. Like the shiny new toys.
Zach's retired. Zach is 35 and retired. He sold his HVAC company 2 years ago, I think. Um, but now he works at a restaurant helping out them. Shortly after he retired, he worked for a lawn company cutting grass. Um, but yeah, he used to build models and do Gu- Gundam models as well. You know, he'd build them and then send them to people for this and that or something along those lines. He did commission work with Gundam models.
That's the
But
dream right there. That's sweet.
yeah, dude, he's a hell of a Gundam builder and painter. I had some of his
That's
pictures
gnarly.
up a while back, and holy shit. Battle War. D-Non wants. Like, what do I do for a living, or what does Cade do for a living, or who for a living? Or what for a living, I guess. Both. Cade, what do you do for a living?
So I do like corporate investigations work. Like track down like lost freight and that kind of stuff. Prevent claims. Uh, I'd have a lot more money if I was.
I saw
uh,
the best sign on my way to go visit my brother the other day. It was
oh yeah.
I'm too ugly to prostitute. As he's standing on a corner holding that sign, I just started losing it.
Oh yeah. I'd give him a few bucks. That's
If
that's
I
pretty
had
good.
if I had the cash in my wallet, I would have given him a couple bucks, but I unfortunately I didn't.
Oh jeez.
Find Jay's lost helmet.
Jeez. Oh. Jay, one of our newer fighters, he ordered a helmet, and it's been showing in transit like a mile from his house for 3 days now.
Damn.
Gotta love it. Gotta
Yeah.
love it.
So I actually started a new job back in August. I went from changing oil at a dealership to now working at Collins Aerospace in the shipping department, and I package stuff up and get it prepped to get shipped out now. A lot less stressful for me than where I was at.
Yeah, that sounds sweet, man.
Dude, so much nicer, so much more relaxed. Um, I work with my brother, but at work I don't work with my brother. I work with a colleague, or however you want to make it company correct. I forget what the correct phrasing is. I do that too. I do poop on my phone at work when there's absolutely nothing to do.
I mean, honestly, that's like 90% of my day. So
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we don't poop
jeez.
on our phone. We poop and play on our phone.
I'm real tempted to make a joke, but I don't want it to get clipped.
Yeah. I'd say go ahead and say it, because
The moment's passed now. I'll have some other good ones that'll end up being audio bites that get reposted in our group chat over and over again. I'm sure.
yeah, everybody does love a good 30-minute paid poop.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Jeez. And it's 30 minutes at a time. It's not all in it's not separated in multiple different variations.
No, and you need like
It's
4 of those throughout the day. Really, really make sure
truly gotta say.
you're getting your money out of it.
Oh, I go. Uh, I don't want to go to church tomorrow, Davis. Why are people inviting me to church tomorrow? I don't want to go. Mm. Sorry. One of our teammates called me, and then his fiance texted me because I texted him, and I'm like yeah, he just called to invite you to church, and I'm like, I'm busy. I'm sorry. I got stuff to do tomorrow.
Fair.
Sunday's my
Definitely
sleep-in
fair.
day.
Normally my meal prepping day.
Yeah, I also go grocery shopping, and then like we're, him and I are gonna um go hit some golf balls later in the afternoon. Cause it was such a nice day here today.
Oh yeah.
Um, D-Nom wants to know what it's like running a gym. Go to
Oof.
church and that's it.
Stressful, incredibly rewarding. Um, I fail at herding cats. Um,
Did you say
accurate.
hurting cats or herding?
Her- herding.
Okay.
Like,
I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, why are you hurting cats?
No, no, I have 5 cats. I don't hurt any
Oh,
cats.
okay. I'm like,
um, no, it's an adventure in its own right. Um, it's a little weird because there's definitely a cap in skill, right? I haven't been doing this forever, um, and there's only so much I can train people up to, and there's only so much of how I know how to train people.
yeah,
Um, but it's also incredibly rewarding. We focused really heavily on making it not just a gym, as cheesy as it sounds, but uh, also very, very community driven. Um, that's I'd say if I had to say one thing that is like the capstone of um, the success we've had is the fact that we are entirely community driven. Um,
nice.
everybody's good friends inside and outside the gym. We have other things like you said earlier with keeping people being honest when it comes to being healthy. We've got our own fitness challenges. We've got our own um, uh, guides and um, experts that we can go to when it comes to nutrition and physical fitness. We've got, uh, I mean, hell, we it just started up. We have a Warhammer 40K club that's ran out of our own armored combat team.
Nice.
So we have fun with it is the big thing. It's a gym, but it's also a club atmosphere is how we kind of have it going.
Gotcha. Swartz
And
says you need to call him after the stream is over because
all right,
Swartz wants to start a gym in the Omaha area, and I guess he's looking for guidance and advice. Going to assume because every time I've been out there or talked to him on the phone, he's always wanting to do, more information. Always talking to Zach about locations and stuff like that. So I found the location. Just need a walk. Need to do a
oh
walkthrough.
nice,
Nice.
nice, congrats on that. We were looking to relocate. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere right now, which is awesome because our overhead's really low, so we get to yeah, we get to buy more fun stuff on occasion for the team. But the like I said, the ceilings are rough. I think we've got like a 8 or 9 foot ceiling, so
Oh,
pole arms get interesting.
I was gonna
Um,
ask. Polearm. That sounds fun.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If you look up where we have a half of a regulation list set up, and if you look above it, it's just gouges out of the ceiling. Um, but uh, with we've just determined to hold off on moving for another couple of years till we see how like the local economy shakes up and all of that. No sense in getting us into a bad spite, a bad position financially, and having everything we've worked for go under just due to poor timing on a move.
Yeah. Longswords get spicy as well.
Yes, longswords definitely get spicy.
Okay.
if you're fighting up or you get into a bind and you're transitioning upwards, they get stuck on occasion. It's kind of fun.
Okay, fair enough. Let me scroll backwards into this picture now. Looks like a practice.
So that was a few years back, back when I was in the Rust kit. Um, that was a crosstown scrimmage,
Okay.
um, and a lot of fun. Going out and just having fun.
And like,
Daniel Melcher there on the left, Dave Sprocket in the right, or in the middle, and me in the right on the right.
okay. I would say sometimes you just need those days to armor up and just have fun. Go at it. Um, we have two guys here in Iowa who are always wanting to kid up. Cass and Matt Evans, and good God, those guys just run circles, and I'm like, bro, I can go like 2 rounds. Stop it. And when I had came back from California, I had kidded up at um another teammate's house. When he was still living here in Iowa, and Cass, myself, and Devin, we all armored up. We did a 1v1 against each other, and then traded off on who was doing them. Cass and I both kicked each other in the nuts at the same time.
Fantastic.
And I want to say we did it twice. And we kind of looked at each other and we're like, we're done. We literally kicked each other in the nuts twice. I'm done right now.
I wish Jared had been able to join us, because me and him we ended up doing a bunch of we were doing a bear pit in steel. One person in the middle, winner stays in,
Oh, okay.
and you just we were doing a long axe, first to 5 hits, and it was one hit to the nuts, another hit to the nuts, on me from Jared. He's got a little bit of height and he likes to shoot that inner thigh.
Oh, okay.
So they just kept raining in, and it was not fun.
Yeah. So we have a female fighter on our team. We call her the sniper.
Mm.
I think she's hit everybody on our team in the dick at least once.
Hell yeah.
Unintentional, but it does happen with her. And it's like, really? And we look at her, we're like, really? She's like, I just hit you in the nuts, didn't I? We're like, yeah. And she'd be like, I'm so sorry. We're like, it's okay. Just, that's why you have the nickname. But, yeah.
Oh, that's a blast.
Yeah.
Now we're in steel every week. So for at least half of the practice is like an open gym kind of time. People can get into kit. They can practice pro fight. They can practice duels, small team melee. Just put it on and fight if they want to. So it lets us have fun, work out all of our nice office space style worker aggression without destroying a printer, and have good conditioning when it comes to the kit time.
Yeah. Let's see what picture I have next. This looks like a Four Brothers Meat event or something.
Hey, that's Ohio Ren Fair.
Oh, okay.
Actually, man, Ohio Ren Fair is so fun. I'm hoping to have you guys out this year. I gotta get on scheduling everybody, but we'll pack fourth.
Eh,
2 to 4 thousand people around our list. So
damn. Okay. Yeah, I want to say we won't be able to make it in September because that's when we have our run fair. October. Do you guys do it all of October as well?
every weekend of October, yeah.
Okay. I don't have our calendar physically up. Yeah, we are getting booked up. I know the last weekend in October, we do our Halloween bar fight. Other than that, I don't know if we have anything else planned in October. I'll have to get with Zach and talk to him. And I will just copy and paste this and message Zach real quick so I don't forget so I can talk to him later about it. Zach, Control V. Alright. He's going to be like, what the fuck's this for? But the 21st is a women's league event in Omaha. So, yeah, all right. So that looks like the 7th and 8th would be a potential, and the 14th and 15th would be a potential.
Well, hell yeah, we'll definitely get something figured out then.
Yeah.
It's a great time. We get to do like all the fun stuff. I don't know how you guys do your run fair, but we're fighting with steel chairs and mugs on occasion. We're doing duels, pro fights. Last year we ran 8v8s.
Yeah, normally we don't get enough people to do larger. I think the largest we done, I think, was last year or the year before. We did a 10v10.
Oh, nice.
What? Yeah, at one point, and that was like all of the fighters in, men, women, all at one time. But we normally do like all the alls, duels, 2v2v 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. We'll do a couple like grudge match style fights. Not a whole lot of pro fights, but if people want to do pro fights, we'll do it. And I'm pretty sure our list this year is going to be 32 by 64 tabletop that we're going to be building.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be fun.
It's definitely going to be interesting.
How do you feel about tabletop lists?
I have never fought in one yet. So it'll definitely be interesting and a definitely learning curve.
Yeah, I haven't been able to fight in one yet, but
I'm
not looking forward to it. I ride the rail too much.
Yeah, I do the same as well. Sorry. Zach messaged me, and I'm like, sorry. Need to set reminder. Need to set reminder. I'll actually, if anybody is following the New Order page, we actually posted a picture of our tabletop for the bar fights that we'll be doing.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. And I will throw it in here for people who are watching so they have an idea of if I could even spell BLE. I feel like I just saw a comment of explain a tabletop.
Yes.
For a list for newbies, raise his hand. Give me 1 second as I pull up the picture, and we'll be gladly to tell you about a tabletop. And this is I'm just gonna slideshow tabletop. So it's, I want to say minimum length for the tabletop can be 18 inches, and then it can go to 24 inches. So, we literally started this Thursday. It was one of our practices. We tore down our old list, cut all the new boards, or repurposed our old list for this, and this is actually the size of the area that we will be fighting in at the bar that we'll be at.
Nice.
So, and it's fairly decent. I want to say, what, 8 foot? No, 6, maybe 10 foot by 6, 8, 16, 24 maybe? Let me bar fight list size currently. Let me message Zach to give you correct dimensions of what this is currently. Hopefully he answers here shortly. But it's kind of set up how it's got the hinge. It's got a hinge where it sets up, comes down, kind of like how Carnage was. But yeah, it was definitely interesting trying to figure out what screw was holding the piece of wood into the other wood, because we had four or five different screws in each section of the old list, and we're like, okay, is this is this a Phillips head? Is this a T25? Is this a T27? We're like, all right, well, at least with the new list, we'll have one screw set for the entire thing rather than 4 or 5.
I feel that. I feel that in my bones, man.
Dude, we were getting so annoyed that we had to keep swapping bits out and things like that. So this list is actually 15 foot wide and 24 foot long.
Oh, that's a great size.
Yeah. So but yeah, so this is going to be our miniature portable bar fight table.
Yeah, hell yeah. We're looking at making a portable list as well. We've got a very stout list, and we got a very stout list as it is, and then it's just too heavy to transport to all these littler events. And I was between just saying, screw it, get a cattle cage, or just doing coming up with a more mobile list. We're looking at one that's using pretty much just slot into a bracket, kind of like Aaron, the American Buhurt one.
Okay. I don't know if I've seen that one.
His mobile list setup is very cool that he sells.
Okay. Yes, this will definitely looking for more ways to get pro fights from Cade. Two Wolves.
Two Wolves. We fought the other day at one of our fight nights.
Okay.
But yeah, no, the tabletops are
It's
I
supposed
like them
to,
in theory.
yeah, it's supposed to eliminate the hooking of the tabletop, which has been a big thing for everybody for years. And now they want to try to get it away from that because the fight when people do that, the fights just drag on for a long period of time.
Yeah, uh, you just, clinch meta, right? You just end up in a grapple going for a rail throw.
Yeah, but it's definitely interesting, and I'm excited to see what the tabletops are going to bring over the next year or two.
Yeah, it seems like almost everybody's building towards that a little bit.
Yeah. So, next picture. Uh, who is this guy?
Carson Rolfe. Carson, younger fighter with us. Um, absolute, absolute tank. Um, absolute tank. Uh, Once again, another Ren Fair photo. People piling in behind. Um, we have an exorbitant amount of photos from the Ren Fairs, and he started with us back in about a year ago, actually, and a little over a year. His first event was the first NBC event in Omaha.
Okay.
Um,
The one just recently, right?
the one in June, I believe.
I want to say I fought at that one. I think. Who did you guys fight as out there?
We fought as us. We didn't have tabards or anything at that point. We just rolled.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember that one because I remember you guys at least you and a couple of your guys being there in December.
Yeah, we were there for that one. We brought Nate Man. And then the one prior to that, I think we only brought 4 or 5 guys.
Okay.
It was Bubbles' first event. He didn't have his kid in yet. It was Carson's first event. I was still in Roos armor.
Okay. I think I semi remember you then. But yeah, no, because I remember the December event. I had to keep borrowing your guys' anvil to fix the team that I was helping support fix their armor and stuff.
Oh yeah. Thank God for Jared. Once again, uh, the man can fix any piece of armor, and he whenever we roll to an event, it's just like, well, he's got a whole toolkit, he's got anvils, he's got everything, and
Yeah, I would say
he's
literally
more than happy to lend it.
yeah, that was literally the only thing we were missing was an anvil. Other than that, we had everything else, and it was just the positioning of everything. And I'm like, I don't even know who would have one around here, but I was
We drug one from Cincinnati.
greatly appreciated.
Of course, anytime.
And it looks like he was hodgepodge together in
Oh yeah,
different pieces of armor there.
that is a Franken kit right there. Roos arms and legs. Some caterpillar gauntlets from Unknown Maker.
Okay.
Old Grand Bassinet from Maxim.
Nice.
Yeah, he actually just got his legs in from Lemberg the other day, and now he's rocking a complete kit of his own. So
Nice. I'm always glad to hear about people getting into their own kit because it's one thing fighting in loner stuff and having things hodgepodged onto them. And then there's a whole nother thing where you actually get your own gear. So I'm always glad to hear people get their own gear.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I love it. Going back to I just like gear. Whenever somebody
Ugh.
brings new stuff in, it's just like, well, let's check this out, right?
Yeah. Please tell me that's a loner helmet.
That is a loaner helmet, yes.
Please tell me the eye bars are fixed on that helmet.
Where they're slightly broken.
Completely broken. I see 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 that are like cracked in half.
I'm pretty sure they're fixed now.
Okay,
It's
I'm like,
been a little while since I looked at it, or at least they're at a point where they're not bent inwards.
okay, I'm like looking at it. And I'm like, they're not fixed.
They are not fixed.
oh,
Okay, cool.
oh no! Like
Oh no.
I pulled up the picture, and I'm like, oh okay, that's a nice helmet. Wait, hold on, let me look at these eye bars. Oh, there's cracks in them.
Someone has to buy them. That's fair. No, yeah, no, that one, arguably still safer than a wolf ring.
Just cut him so at least he has nothing that's going to gouge him. And at least not an arming sword or something will go into that little slot. But, oh.
Yeah, they could use a weld for sure.
Yeah. Like, we have one of our guys who needs a new faceplate because his eyes are starting to crack in different areas and stuff like that, but oh yeah.
Yeah, that helmet's 3 or 4 years old. It's seen some stuff. Another nice thing with it is it's a grand bassinet, so his or anybody's eyes in it sit so far back.
Yeah. That helmet padding is
Now that's not true because that one has a new liner in it.
okay.
That liner's not that old. If you want to talk about biodegrading, we'll talk about my like 4-year-old my 4-year-old liner in my helmet just falling apart.
I want to say yours is 4 years. Mine's from 2017, and it still looks new. It's a little brown, but still looks good.
Ah man, mine's got a nice little mix of some blood, some rust, all mixed into it. So
New liner that smells like death.
that's every helmet though.
Yeah. Let's see what next picture we got. Or just rust. That definitely.
Once again, that liner's less than a month old on the rust, Grim. Another good Ren Fair photo there.
5.6, 5-point-G. Is that 5.6 or 5-point-G on the edge of the on the haft?
On where? Oh, 5.6. Weight of the axe.
Oh, okay. I'm like, 5.6, 5-point-G. I wonder what that means.
Yeah, it was something with a balance on that axe. Is incredibly heavy.
Okay.
So we picked it up used, and the guy that had it before, who used to fight for the Rust Knights, had written in the actual weight of it for anybody that was just picking it up. And
Gotcha.
It was pretty spot on. It weighed in right at 5.6.
Interesting. What is SF? Is that somebody's initials on the other axe that's facing towards us?
Let's see the other axe. I gotta look in.
It looks very tiny.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Yeah, like I'm looking at it on another monitor and I'm like zooming in on it and I'm like, oh, that it's like half the size of that axe.
Oh, that might be Tony's.
S5. Uh,
No, if it's that tiny one that I kind of say, it's not very big on my screen.
yeah.
Um, that's just I couldn't tell you. That's not one of our fighters' axes.
Okay.
Just a guest fighters.
Gotcha. Well, definitely interesting on what you see on other people's weapons.
Oh yeah, there's always stories with it too.
Yeah. 5
Weapons
equals
and
S.
shields.
S equals 5. Oh, so that's a nice looking shield too.
That's Kenyas, man. That's Tony. I can never pronounce his last name. Pacino, I believe.
Okay.
Fights for them. They've got a pretty dope emblem, man.
They do. Funny enough, we actually went to a MMA fight up in Davenport, Iowa to go watch
Oh, hey, Hornbuckle.
yes. Went to go watch Hornbuckle fight, and myself and a handful of our other people on our team did the sword arch as Dan Hornbuckle walked underneath. It was a bunch of New Order fighters, a bunch of Kenya's fighters, and a couple of fighters from the Warlords that all came out and supported him at his MMA title fight.
That's awesome. I saw some pictures of it. I was always wondering who everybody was.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I'll pull up pictures later, and if I can find it. Shut up, Swartz. Oh yeah, it's Swartz.